Let's look at the third type, which is one-way binding. As its name suggests one way, you can quickly think of one-way and two-way road. But you don't have to exactly compare with the road, you just think of model and view. What happens is, the binding will flow in the direction of model to view. What that means is, when you update model, it will automatically update on the view side. But vice versa not possible. When you update view, it won't reflect on the model side. Okay, so let's look at some example. Suppose you have app component.ts which have a model product name is equal to test. Inside HTML, if you want to bind this product name to h1 tag, what you can do is you can use property binding. So what is the property binding? Wrap a property inside square bracket. So you are using inner text property which set text for a DOM. So you have to say inner text and the product name, which will be evaluated with app component.ts. What is the other way to do that? You can use text content property, which will do the same thing. But Angular do provide something else. They call it as a Interpolation Directive, where you have to wrap your model value inside double curly braces. So whenever Angular sees this kind of syntax on the page, it will evaluate that expression with respect to a component which is having model. So it will automatically print test on the HTML. Awesome. So this is how the one-way binding work. But as I said one-way binding, what do you think if I add input box with value product name, and it will initially assign the product name value to the input box. But if you try to change the input box value, it won't reflect on the h1 tag because it's one-way binding. So that's what the one-way binding is. Model to view will update, but view to model won't update.